the conservative czar, May 21st, 2023. Today's title is Debt Ceiling Part 1, The Origination of It, how it started, and how we got to this point. It all occurred, and this in last year. The Republicans won the House of Representatives in November, but don't go into office until January. During this time, the House Democrats passed an omnibus bill that took away the power of the Republicans to control the purse for 1 year. In other words, they budgeted everything out for 1 year in this omnibus bill. It goes to the Senate where it should not have passed because we have a filibuster there. But what happens? Mitch McConnell decides that he is going to support this omnibus bill for one reason, and that is to stop the Republican Congress from controlling the purse for 1 year. And he cajoled 18 senators to vote for the omnibus bill. It passed, taking away all the power for 1 year from the House to control appropriations. A traitorous act on the part of Mitch McConnell and these 18 Republicans. Traitorous to the conservative movement, not traitorous to the country. Traitorous to the conservative movement. And so the omnibus bill passed, leaving only one tool that the Republican House has. Took away its power, but left them with one thing. That was the debt ceiling. That was the only thing left. And I know it went through the head of Mitch McConnell. They'll never fight on the debt ceiling. They won't do it. But what happened is Kevin McCarthy, he grew some. He did. And we'll get into the details of that later. But for the rest of this video, I want to read to you the names of the 18. I don't know if this will show up at all. No, it won't. Okay, I'm going to read the 18 senators, 5 of which retired before the vote, still in office until January. Lame duck senators, free to vote from the wrath of their states. Now I'm going to go through all of these. Roy Blunt, one of the worst senators the Republicans ever had. Terrible senator. He retired, though, and voted for it. John Boozman, 2 senators from Arkansas voted for this. Boozman, a halfway decent guy. He voted for it, though, cajoled by Mitch McConnell. The other senator from Arkansas, a surprise to some, not so much to me, is Tom Cotton. Understand it. Tom Cotton, the militarist, war at all costs, fight every war we can. Cotton. Tom War Now Cotton. And he is not to be trusted. He voted for this. Remember, it's stripping the power from the House of Republicans. Shelley Capito voted for it. Shelley Capito is a horrible rhino senator. From what state? West Virginia. West Virginia, who voted 70% for Trump, has 2 senators that aren't worth a crap. Capito and Manchin. The next name is the second in command in the Senate, following Mitch McConnell, a rat. He's always been a rat. Votes conservative 70% of the time. You never know it. You can't trust him. He's a leader of the establishment, second in command of the establishment in Congress. That's John Cornyn. From what state? Texas? You keep voting for this guy? And the next name, I'm not going to talk about him except just mention him because we all know who he is. Lindsey Graham. He voted for it. Jim Inhofe, retiring. Can never trust the guy. He wasn't as bad as the rest, but he's retiring as a free vote. Next guy, Mitch McConnell, the leader of the pack. the leader of the establishment in the Senate, the leader of the rhinos. He's the leader. Jerry Moran from Kansas voted for it. Why is Kansas? These are all conservative states. 11th, Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. Maybe we should start considering giving Alaska back to the Russians. The next person on the vote, Rob Portman from Ohio. He retired before this vote. The 13th one is the rat of all rats. He's not a leader, but it's Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is up for re-election in 2024. He should not only be primaried, but no Republican even in the general. Give the seat to the Democrat rather than have Romney around again. 14th is a big surprise, but he did it. He's Mike Rounds from South Dakota. Generally, you can count on him. But don't forget he voted for this. It tells a tale about Mike Rounds. The 15th, retiring Richard Shelby. Richard Shelby has been a lousy senator for a long time. Rhino. I'll never forgive. Well, I'll get into that another day. The 16th, John Thune, retired before the vote. Thune, he was a Rhino senator. The 17th, the only other person besides Romney up for re-election, Roger Wicker of Mississippi. Get rid of this guy. Primary him out. He was a traitor to the conservative movement. The last guy, I have to admit, I didn't even know who this guy was. Todd Young of Indiana. I looked him up a little bit. And he was a protege of Richard Lugar, and he was supporting Mitch Daniels. Mitch Daniels, of course, is the Rhino governor of Indiana, big Rhino. It kind of tells the tale of this Todd Young. People in Indiana got to shape up. That's the list. That's why we have this debt ceiling now, because of these 18 traitors to the conservative movement. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.